All right, 3:15. We'll kick off. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the August Adelaide Office 365 user group. My name is Daniel Brown, and I'm sure that you've all seen me in some degree posting on various social media platforms and emails around the user group. Just a little bit of background about myself. Founded the user group back in 2008, long time ago, and we've evolved through the SharePoint into the Office 365 user group over time. We meet on the third Tuesday of each month, February through to November. We're always looking for speakers, so if you do want to have a session, please let me know. Although, as we see earlier, I've got a good solid lineup coming up through the next sort of 12 months. But always happy to have more speakers and offer additional sessions if so required. And we were founded in March of 2008, so we've been going for quite some time now. What do we specifically cover? Pretty much anything in the Office 365 stack. So SharePoint obviously being a key component, but also the Power Platform, forms, and workflows. And anything that's really sort of connected to Office 365, sometimes Azure, obviously, and various other bits of technology that maybe not be directly O365 related, but certainly is a supporting software. The topics that we cover are generally sort of, developer focused, techie focused, but also, we have a strong focus on business and industry topics as well, and use cases and scenarios, and we're willing to just sort of address any topic and see if it can provide value to the community. Then certainly look at having that included in the presentation lineup as well. We are affiliated with the Australian Computer Society. We have been for pretty much since inception. If those of you who have not heard of the Australian Computer Society, it's been operating for over 50 years. It was actually founded all that time ago back in South Australia, and it's grown nationally. Various events and information sessions and codes of ethics and branch forums, and they also offer certification and membership as well. So if you haven't heard of it, it's certainly worth checking it out. This session does count for 1.5 hours of professional development for the Sophia framework for those members who are among us. Counts towards your professional certification, your membership goals, and all of that sort of lovely stuff as well. I suppose the biggest important news as of right now, as of today/tomorrow, Internet Explorer has been officially retired in favor of Microsoft Edge. So while it won't blow up everything come sort of Monday, it is something that everyone needs to look at and certainly put on their plan to migrate and update to a more modern browser. From this point forward, all the M365 and O365 applications will no longer officially support IE 11 moving forward. So definitely look at planning everything to upgrade. So, potential impacts would be your web dev and shared network drives. The upgrade path for those is OneDrive for Business. Same with the Explorer view, which is essentially the same thing for OneDrive for Business. Any line of business applications that are dependent on it or have that dependency there, often with toolbars and extensions. So those potential would have to be new versions of those plugins. So it's important to really put IE on the upgrade path or look at modernizing the browser that can be used for not necessarily Microsoft Edge, but also Chrome or Firefox, modern browsers that support modern technologies and authentication. In case you haven't heard or got the memo, Office 2010 has officially also been retired. If you're still using it, this includes pretty much anything in the 2010 stack. It should definitely be upgraded sooner rather than later, given that it is all out of support and now risks, various security risks and all that are no longer being patched. Likewise with SharePoint 2010, as I said, the entire stack, SharePoint Server, Foundation, Project Server have all had their extended support pulled, and that initial extended support was April for 2021 due to COVID, but now it has officially ended. So if you're still running SharePoint 2010, or a lot of times I see it as a small business server, it's now time to look at upgrading it and going from there. Likewise, with 2013, we're approaching end of life in a sort of a year and a half time frame. So certainly put that on the plan as well to look at moving forward. And likewise with 2019 and 2016. So while it's still 5 years away, it's definitely something worth putting on the plan to look at migrating if you're looking at going to the cloud. As you may have heard, Microsoft Teams has also passed 250 monthly users. So that's a massive boon for Microsoft Teams. The general feeling wise, I've listed some initial reasons there. The integration into Outlook and O365 and M365 subscriptions already. It's not an additional cost. It's ease of use as a platform as well. And then likewise, just inviting additional people. It's also contagious. So once you're invited, you'll then be able to interact with teams and build it up from there if you've got the subscription or access to it. And it's certainly a very contagious product and very easy to use, and it's sort of offering a more mature platform these days as well. For those of you also who might have been hiding under a rock, Windows 11 has landed. We're now officially in beta. I've been running it for some time. Great platform, great product. It hasn't been without its bugs and quirks, but certainly looks to be a big impact. It's certainly worth having a look at, even if it's just through searches on the internet. Personally, I'm not running any more devices on any other Windows, but now it's all Windows 11, so it's certainly worthwhile having a look. Also, Windows 365, you may have heard, is a new offering by Microsoft, where they offer essentially a VM with a remote desktop capabilities, and you can log in there from anywhere in the world and access all your stuff. Windows 10 and Windows 11 obviously being both supported. Looking around about 30 USD to about 150 $200 a month, depending on plan. While it is available, they've had to suspend offerings because it's just been so popular. Microsoft just haven't had the initial capacity expectations aligned with what's actually real, and as so they had to suspend new offerings just for now until they get those new hardware data centers built. Check it out; it's worth having a look at. It's certainly a good way to see essentially thin clients coming back again. So where you can have a thin client and your remote desktop anywhere in the world, and access it and go from there. So it's certainly where things are going a little bit. We've also got the announcement of SharePoint Server Subscription Edition. For those of you unfamiliar with this would be SharePoint 2022, roughly. It gives you an upgrade path from SharePoint 2016, Windows 2022 supported. It's got a few enhanced support features such as the enhanced people picker, TLS and encryption 1.3, ease of updates, and a few other bits and pieces. If you're certainly running SharePoint on-prem and looking to get more out of beyond SharePoint 2019, worthwhile having a quick look at that. But obviously the recommended path is going to the cloud. Those of you who are doing some research or learning paths and are interested, we do have Microsoft Press discounts for the user group as well. Please feel free to take a screenshot, grab those discounts and apply them at the Microsoft Store. All user group members are able to use them. As I mentioned earlier too, we've got a bit of a lineup for our user group meetings and over the remainder of 2021. We've got Paddy returning to the user group, Andrew Lai, and also Cameron, who's going to be presenting a bit of a deep dive session in October. That's more going to be developer technical focus, real deep dive into Microsoft Graph. And then we also have Daniel Holmes from Microsoft presenting all the key points from Ignite in relation to O365, Yammer, Teams, SharePoint, OneDrive, and a few other bits and pieces. And then we've also got Sandra from Microsoft Adelaide, who's going to do a session in early December, because our usual meetup time in December, or we would do a December session, is the 21st of December this year. So not really aligned for having user group meetings. So we'll look at the first or second week of getting Sandra in and having a bit of a session around the insights around Microsoft Teams and where that's going. 2022 is also looking pretty full. I have Ben Lewin, who's Microsoft representative in Australia. as well as Will, who will be presenting, and a whole bunch of other lineups. Michael Knoll returning to the user group, Daniel Anderson, Harsh, Jag, myself, Chris, and obviously for the last 3 months of the year, it's still tentative. I do have some people who have said yes, but it's just a matter of working out dates and things like that for the rest of 2022. This is not set in stone, and I'm also happy to have additional speakers and people. So if you are thinking about having a session, let me know, and we will definitely work out the lineup. There are several other user groups and entities in Adelaide as well. Have a look, have a Google, have a Bing, and go from there. There's various other ones. I will make special mention of the two down the bottom, the what's known as SIGs, or the special interest groups. They are groups put on by the Australian Computer Society, where the ones are community driven up the top. So next month we have Ashish presenting around Microsoft Viva and the concepts and practical business approach around it. It is on Tuesday, the 21st of September. It's also going to be a Microsoft Teams webinar, which we are using today, which seems to be working all right. Although I have noticed one tiny quirk is once I send out the meeting invite, or the webinar invite, it turns it back into a meeting and not a webinar. So quirks, but we'll get there. And also follow us on LinkedIn, social media. We're all there. So yeah. That's pretty much concludes my quick introduction. And without much further delay, I'll hand over to Shakir, who will be presenting on Microsoft Virtual Agents and Bots, framework composer in Microsoft Teams. During the session, if anyone's got any questions, please feel free, but I'll let Shakir go over to that. And I will now stop sharing my screen, and I'll hand over to Shakir to introduce himself and start the session.
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks for the introduction. Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah, perfect. So, thank you all. Thanks for joining this session. Good afternoon. I'm here in Sydney. So good afternoon over here in Sydney. Good afternoon. So my topic for today is Power Virtual Agents and Bot Framework Composer in Teams. So I will cover this Power Virtual Agent and Bot Framework Composer, and I'll just quick make it more focused on the team, but I will touch base on the other stuff as well. So yeah, so thanks Daniel for inviting me for speaking in this user group. At least Office 365 user group. So I've been following Daniel for quite a long time, and like he's been doing this fantastic user group sessions from like long time, and yeah. So let's goes to my next slide. Yeah, so that's a bit about myself. So my name is Shakir Majeed Khan. The short version is SMK. I'm working as a senior consultant at Uniting Australia. So Uniting is a not-for-profit organization. You might have seen its aged care, churches, daycares, and other businesses as well. So I worked I worked as a senior consultant over there, and I'm a Microsoft MVP and a Microsoft certified trainer. And I'm running my SharePoint. I'm running my YouTube channel, which is SMK Geeky Speak. So you can, if you go to the YouTube and search with SMK Geeky Speak, you will find my channel over there. So if you can go and just have a look on my channel, and if you have any feedback, do let me know. And you can tweet me, and you can follow me on Meet SMK, and I will follow you back. That's for sure. And that's my the last one is my Okay, just give me 1 minute. I just want to check one thing. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. All right. So yeah, and the last bit is my website. So it's shakirmajeed.com. And if you want to add me on LinkedIn, so you can add me on LinkedIn. Yeah, so we can touch over there. So all right. So as I mentioned, I'm here in Sydney. Again, Sydney is a fantastic, beautiful place. I moved in Australia around 4 to 5 years ago. Yeah, 4 to 5 years ago, and yeah, so from then until now, and so Australia is my home, and yeah, so that's my whereabouts. All right, so let's let's jump on to my main topic, which is Power Virtual Agent. So before jumping on to the Power Virtual Agent, what I would like to mention, or what I would like to tell you, and I just like to mention that just forget about just for this session only. I would like to just say that just forget about whatever the knowledge you have as a technical knowledge as you have in the for the bot. I'll just like to I would like pace up myself for this Power Virtual Agent. I'll just try to make sure I just try to make a make an overall understanding that how it is beneficial for the end user and for the user who doesn't have more of a technical expertise and doesn't know much about the Azure or the other bot frameworks. So so this is kind of my um yeah. So let's start with the Power Virtual Agent. So what what Power Virtual Agent is? The Power Virtual Agent is to create let you to create a powerful chatbot with with the guided and low code or no code, low code or without any code graphical interface. Um, and what the main point is that you won't require an assistance for the data scientists or the bot developers to assist in creating your the bot. So which is like there's some solution in your hands, and by using that solution you can create the bot and then you can use it into your organization without the help of the any like very IT pros or someone who has a prior experience on creating the bot. So there are like 5 benefits out of this Power Virtual Agent. So we will discuss one by one. So one is eliminate. So it does eliminate the gap between the subject matter experts and the development team who are creating the bot. So considering that you are a part of finance team and you want to create a bot within your organization, and you are saying like it should be part of my my finance channel in the teams. So so in that scenario, you won't require a kind of a core bot team to create this bot. So you just so you with the help of an IT guy, you can just create the bot and then you can publish it directly onto the teams. And it does reduce the time because now you have your the graphical interface and your at your end, and then you can create, and then you can even if you are not creating, you can have the and you can communicate your inputs or your feedback to the guys who are managing this bot, and then they can do the updates directly, um, and it won't require to develop and then publish and all those steps. You just like doing it directly and just it goes on to the teams. and remove again what is remove it does remove this like the complete understanding of the bot. So if you are creating the bot through the Azure, so all the understanding of the lois and then the bots apps on the Azure, or regardless of the platform. So if you are creating the bots on the other platform like AWS and other thing. So it does remove the whole understanding of the AI and the other methodologies. So you just go, as I mentioned, you just go directly into the Power Virtual Agent and start to create your own bot. And again, it's so the fourth point is the similar to the other points. Is just simplify. As you have a graphical interface, you just go into this you into your Power Virtual Agent and just uh, build your own bot. And then again, the fifth point is quite important, that it reduce the efforts to maintain the bot. So as a creator, as a manager of the bot, you will have if you have that analytics in front of you that would show that how the bot is working. Is it under your subscription, and it does have like is it answering all those questions, and is it going to the how many time it's going to the live uh, li- the live person, or the live agent who would be answering the bot again later. So it would like you can have the a good understanding that okay, how my bot is performing. All right, so that's a five benefits. So I'll quickly goes into my other slide. So on the 3 points are that what you can do with the Power Virtual Agent. So as I mentioned, that it just empower your team. So you have a graphical interface and then you can go directly into this interface and start building up, and then put your own logic over there, and then start it the bot straight away. And it reduces the cost, as I mentioned, that it reduce the people working for that bot or just building that bot. So once you take off the headcounts, so it does reduce the code, and it would and you can like go directly into the bot and update the bot, update the content into the bot. And again, and the third point is improve customer satisfaction, as you can as you can view the bot analytics are directly into the Power Agent, so you won't ask someone else to look into the bots and just keep an eye. So as a kind of manager of your bot, so you can directly goes into the bot and then see the analytics, which saves everyone times. All right. Okay. So let's goes into my another slide. So the components of Power Virtual Agent, which is quite like the building stones um, for your Power Virtual Agents. So they are like the four component, the major component. One is topics, and the second one is the entities. The third one is action, and the fifth and the fourth. Sorry, first one is topics, second one is entities, third one is action, and the fourth one is publishing. So how the Power Virtual Agent works, that a user will ask a question to the Power Virtual Agent. The Power Virtual Agent will pick that questions and then assign it to the topic, that okay, this question belongs to you, and then that topic will have the series of steps, and it will follow those steps, and based on that step it will show the user some questions, some like some after some question to clarify what he or she is asking, and then you can like just create your whole flow kind of structure within that topic. So the topic would have like that some triggering phrases. Triggering phrases could be good morning, good evening, and I would like to order something, or any these kind of questions. So these are all the trigger phrases, and based on the trigger phrases, you can then follow, you can show the series of steps to the users. So this is probably covered. This is mostly covered within the topics. So there are two types of topics. One is user topics and the other one is the system topic. So the user topic is the topic which is being created by by the topic sorry by the Power Virtual Agent or the bot creator or the bot manager. The system topics are the topic which is being created when you create the bot for the very first time. So as I mentioned, there's a topic for the greeting, like for the good morning, good evening, and good and hi and whatever the greeting you have. So there is one topic which is being created by the bot itself, and it is comes under the user topic. So like there's a differentiation. User topic is being created by the user, and system topic is being created by the system. Okay. There's another difference between these two that you cannot for the system topic you cannot turn it off. So the system topic would be there always within your bot. You can redefine the logic into the from the user topics, but you cannot turn it off. In the user topic, you can certainly turn it off. Okay. Uh, the the second point is entities. So the entities is like if you consider real time and real world entities as um, age and color and country and name. So all these entities are considered as a pre-built entities within your bot. So as just like the system topics, so the pre-built entities are the entity which already present into your bot when you creates a new bot. So the pre-built entity are based on the NLP, so it understand what the user is saying. So let's suppose that you want to capture the an age from the user, and from the bot you ask that what is your age, and the user is saying my age is 19 years old, or I am 19 years old, or I am 31 years old, or I'm 32 years old. So the bot will understand that the age is 19. So it will pick up that value, and then and if you wants to store into this variable, so it will store into that variable that called as a slot filling. So consider that just take an example. If I've used another example of the city, so if you can say that if you from the board you ask that okay, which city you live in, so someone says that okay, I live in Sydney, so the Sydney would be a city. So it goes on to the same um, logic. And they are, and if let's suppose that your requirement doesn't fit into this pre-built entity, so you can create the custom entities. So the custom entities you can use the same concept from the entities. The actions are all the are the actions are the actions which you use inside the topic. So the action could be any condition. So if you want to check user inputs and based on that inputs you want to show some message or the adaptive cards, so you can use the actions, and the action also contains the Power Virtual Power automates the flow. So if you want to invoke a flow from your Power Virtual agent, so you can invoke the flow by using the by using the actions. And the last bit is publishing. So publishing is like if you wants to publish your bot to the different channels, so you can go into your bot and publish into the different channel like WhatsApp, Facebook, Alexa, and then Teams. And if you wants to publish it to the website, so you can do it. You can do it as well. All right, let me just have a sip of water. Okay. So let's talk about the bot framework composer. So bot framework composer is integrated into the Power Virtual Agents. So through the bot framework composer, you can create the topic, and then you can define those logic, the more complex logic within the Power Virtual Agent, from the bot framework composer to the Power Virtual Agent. So consider that because the Power Virtual Agent is a graphical interface, so it doesn't provide you that much like a, a more playing field to to have the more complex actions and other stuff. So if you want to expand your Power Virtual Agent, so you can use the bot framework composer. And the bot framework composer, as you can see on the screen, that is helps is it can be used to create your adaptive cards, create the forms, create adaptive dialogues. It can understand the regular expression, and you can use the regular expression, and you can use the language generation as well. Um, so again, like Power as a bot framework composer is quite helpful, and I'll show you one or two examples to how to use the bot framework composer, and then how like you push your changes to the from the bot framework composer to the Power Virtual Agent, and then how it will be available into the Power Virtual Agent and into your onto your teams. Okay, so what I will do that I will present I will share my the demo screen, and in this demo I will consider a scenario that in the we have offices around Australia, and each of the offices in our organization have a daycare center. So I want to check that my son or my daughter, how he or she is doing into the daycare center. And then I would say that what are the working hours of the daycare centers. And what I will do that I will create a bot composer, and I will check that what is the meal option for today in the daycare center. All right. Okay. So what I will do that I will switch my screen to my demo, and just give me a second.
Just while we switch over, does anyone have any questions or queries about what we've seen so far, or our virtual agents or anything like that? Feel free to unmute your mic and ask the questions.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Someone is saying something. Sorry.
No, I've just put out if anyone's got any questions or queries, let us know now, just before we just jump in the demo. If not, feel free to go whenever you want to, Shakir.
Yep. All right. Cool. All right. So in order to so basically I'm using one um, one Office 365 tenant, so which is kind of my demo tenant. I'm using it for my demos in different sessions. So yeah, so in order to reach to this Power Virtual Agent, so you just goes into powerva.microsoft.com. So if I just click over here, so it will take me to the Power Virtual Agent. And yeah, so let's just wait for a second. So yeah, so basically this is the pretty much graphical interface for the Power Virtual Agent. So let me create a new bot over here. So create a new bot, and I just say um, sorry for if I just misspell. Let me just, yep. User group, and I'll select English, Asia, and just create it. Okay, it won't take too much time to create. So what I've noticed nowadays, just recently, that Power Virtual Agent itself is quite fast now, and it does create spot in a quick time. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I'll just close this one. All right. So when it is ready, all right. So what? So on your left hand side, you can see different options over here: home, topics, entities, analytics, publish, and manage. So on the middle part of your screen. Okay, so that's loading again. You're on the middle part of your screen, so you can test your bot before publishing your work to the different channels. So you can publish and test it, and you can test it over there. And then this screen, it will show you our topics and other stuff as we go along. Okay, so what I will do that I will show you. I will click on the topics, and as you can see, like it has created uh, these. It has created these topics for me, and the topic which with this logo, the range or the settings logo. So you can see like it has, so these topics are the system topics, and these are the user topics. So what Power Virtual Agents do, that it creates some default user topic for you, so you can turn it on and turn it off as per your preference. And if you wants to like edit that topic, so you can edit that topic as well. All right, so you have like as you can see, like we have different topics over here in the over here. So I'll click on the greetings, and I'll see like how my greetings look like. So the greetings, it's so over here on the trigger phrases. So all are the trees trigger phrases. So whenever someone asks hello, so it will trigger the greetings topics. So if I just click hello, so it will ask me this. It will show me these messages. So if I want to see like how these messages are coming, so I'll go to authoring canvas, and so it will show me this the whole flow of this authoring canvas. So like triggering phases, and then message, and this message, and this message. So all right. So what I will do, let me just update this topic, and I will show that I will show my name over here. The user who is asking that like hi this, or hi administrator, or hi Shakir, whatever. And okay, so for this purpose, let me just go and Yeah. So what I will do. Okay. So okay. Before going into that, yeah. Before going into that, I need to. Um, I will just give me. Yeah, I will add the security. So because I will be publishing this bot to the teams, so I will add the authentication of the teams for my bot. So I'll just say only for the teams, and I will save it. And let's just wait for a second or two and close it. Yep. And yeah, so what I will do that I will go and I will say greetings into the greetings and and I'll show my name. So what for to show my name, what I've done that I've created a flow. So what the flow will do that it will return back me, it will return back the username to me. So I just say call an action and then um, yeah, and yeah. So I will just delete this one and I'll just show over here uh, display username. Okay, so save it. So this display username is already available. Sorry, I was thinking about your display username. So display username is already available. All right, so I'll just, if I um, search it again, I will just copy the message and ask with my bot, hello. So it should say, yeah, all right, okay. Yeah. Yep. So just say hello, hi, and my username, name of the user, and then it's just mention over there. So likewise, you can create, you can edit the system topic, but you cannot turn it off. All right. So now what I will do that I'll just goes into my some of my created created topic, the user topic, and what I will do that I'll just I will ask some question over here. That's ask a question that which the- which day you are after and daycare and I'll use the entity. So over here, I will use the entity as a as a city. I'll just use as a city, and and I will create into the I will save into the bot as a my daycare and based on the and based on this I will have the condition. So add a condition. I just say I check daycare if daycare equal to Sydney and then and a condition. I just and so there is oh okay so All right, and if I just show a message over there, and then this is, and okay, sorry for that thing, and yeah, and so I just say Sydney. I'll save it, and okay, so when I just ask, so if I just ask, if I just say Sydney, and so it should show me the Sydney hours. Okay, so just show me the Sydney hours. So you can branch it off, branch it with the different with your own parameters, and then it goes follow the same, follow that path. So that's the other one. So okay. So now what I will do that I will ask from the system, like the as a user, as a user, I will ask that what my child is doing at the moment, and then they can look into the system, and then they can reply back that what my child is doing at the moment in the daycare. So for that purpose, I have used a SharePoint list, and so there are two lists. So one is the all the child entries, and then the other one is what they are doing at the moment. So considering that this is a basically the daycares educators or the managers, they just fill up all the status of the child, and then through my Power Virtual Agents, I'm going into the system is looking into that information and showing it to the respective user. So what I will do that I will goes into my topic, and then I'll create a new topic. I'll just say child activity. Not so this is sorry. So I'll just name it as child activity and say what my child is doing. Is he sleeping? All right, and then what my child is doing, and I'll just goes into authoring canvas. All right. So this is like the authoring canvas take you to the whole canvas, and then so what I will do that first I need to invoke two flow. So first I will get the email address of that user, and then I will pass that email address to my system, and then it will return me back the child status. Okay, so before going into that, I need to ask the child name as well. So what I will do, I will just ask a question. What's your child name? And then it just says I'll choose the. I will pick up this entity, and I just say mm, child name, and what I will do that I will delete this one and call an action. First, I need to get an email address. So I'll check this email address, and then it will send me the email. And then I will then pass it um, to the another flow, which okay, yeah, to the another flow. So what it's expecting me two variables. So one is parent email, so which I got as an email, and then the child name, so which I got as a input from the user, and then I get this activity, and then I'll show this in a message that um your child is activity. So it's performing this activity. All right. So and I'll just copy this question just to save my time. All right. So save it. I'll just test it. First, I'll start with the same greeting message. Hello, and then it will show me these messages, and then if I what's my child what my child is doing, sorry. Okay, so what's my child name, so I'll just say Ahmad, and now it will look into the system, and then it will return me that okay, Ahmad, and then it will look into the system, and it will return me back Ahmed is playing in the sandpit. So just to show you that I'm not, it's not a default, it's not like any kind of default data or some kind of mimicking. So it's just returning the day. So if I will change it.
Hello?
Hello, yes. Save it. And if I just switch it to, I edit this one and make it as a yes. So I'm checking with this is current activity. So now the current activity is sleeping. So it should return Ahmed is sleeping. So if I just again refresh again, and um, mm, what my child is doing, and what's your child name's Ahmad, and then so Ahmed is sleeping. So it just as I am so it's inquiring from the system, and returning the that message back into the bot that okay, Ahmed is sleeping. So but likewise you can connect to your different data sources as I'm connecting to the SharePoint. So that the okay. So now what I will do that I will create a topic. Okay, just let me just save it. And go back again, and yeah, so what I will do that I will now create a topic from the bot framework composer. Okay, so, let me just open the bot framework composer and just give me a second, just 1 minute. Oh, sorry. Okay, just okay, so let me just sign in again. Okay, let me just sign in.
Just while we
Yeah.
sign in, is anyone have any questions or queries at all at this point? I think we're all good to continue.
Yep, yep. All right. Okay, that's really good. Okay, so basically, bot framework composer is not only limited to the Power Virtual Agent. So you can create, you can use it with your Azure bots, and you can do the lot of stuff with this bot framework composer. So I will just keep it very short, and I will show you that how you can create the bot framework composer through the new topic through the bot framework composer. So I'll just let me just close this. Yes. So in this bot, what I will do that in this topic, what I will do that I will show the different meal option and the for today, and then it just asks me that from which city you are. So if we just I mentioned it in the city, so it will show me the meal options. All right, okay, just let me just delete this one. Sorry, I will remove this trigger, and I will just create a new dialog. And all right, okay, so now in the response, I will create a new template, and then so I'll just go into the show into the code. So basically, we will define some variables over here, and then we will post back the JSON data into the Power Virtual Agent, which they can which in the end shows the whole the pictures and its framing into the Power Virtual Agent. So I quickly goes into this one. And then now, so basically, what I'm doing is, as I mentioned, that I'm defining the functions, and then what is written, what it will return to the Power Virtual Agent, and then and now I will use the one the JSON will return. This JSON will be returned to the Power Virtual Agent, and it shows into the all the different options I do have. And when I click over here, and then all right, let's move this one, and so I can go back to my, and then I just say send a response back. All right. So yeah, okay. And for this one thing I need to do before going into this, I need to create a one topic. So I will goes into my bot, and then I create a topic, and then over here it will ask means and what is available, what is in the lunch for my kid, lunch menu, and goes to, I will just goes to authoring canvas, and I'll just uh, ask questions. So let me delete this one and ask a question. And so I will ask that which city you are from, or the same thing, and then city and just and then what I will do that I will then, so I'll just save this one and I'll publish this one as well. So the publish is very easy. So if you go into the left hand side on the publish and then publish selected bots. So it's again asking me the details. Okay. Give it the passwords. And okay. Sorry, my boy is crying. You might hear him crying in the background. Okay. So it will publish it, and what it will do that it let's get it published. Okay, that's good. All right. So what I will do that I'll go over here, and now I will transfer this topic to the topic which I've created to onto the bot framework composer. So if I goes on to another topic, and it should show me the topic. So I'll just go back again. Let me just go and see in the top. Yeah, so this as you can see in this one is available, which we have created through the bot framework composer. And if I click here, and if I go and I want to just switch it to this meal options, so it will then switch it to my bot, switch it to the meal options, sorry, bot framework composer topic, and then return back the adaptive card as a message. So I'll just see, is it well? I'll just say again hello and lunch menu. Says now it will transfer it to the my bot framework composer topic, and then uh, it will return the result. Hopefully, it's doing something. Not sure. Mm. All right. Okay. So not sure why it is. All right. So just to save our time. So what I have done that I have already published. I've already created the similar demo into my team. So I'll just show you like how it is looking into the teams and how like and this one dialog the adaptive cards and then the form I will show you on my teams. So I'll go back again onto the teams and just let me just open the teams. All right. All right. So I've created the similar kind of examples in my earlier session in my different sessions. So I'll use the same example. So let me just hello, and then it will say the same thing more or less. And so let me just ask what are the meal options. I'll just keep the same question. So Sydney. So it will show me this adaptive card. So this adaptive card is coming from the Power Bot Framework Composer. So you can create this kind of flashy and attractive adaptive card from the Bot Framework Composer. As of yeah, so and I'll show you another example of the uh, to like I'll show you another example of I've created a form kind of structure form from the Bot Framework Composer. So I'll show you like how it will be available onto your team. So I'll ask the question that can I start the trial of this one? So start trial, and it will ask me some questions. Just say Shakir, just say Bankstown, NSW, and for many weeks, or just say 6 weeks, whatever, and submit it. So it will say, Shakir, thanks for starting a 6 weeks trial with us. So you can show the different messages to the as a part of your the whole Power Automate. Okay, so the thing which I have skipped how to publish this bot to the team, so which is quite simple. So let's suppose that you have the full access on the teams and onto your Power Virtual Agent. So you can just, or you don't have the access. So I just give you a quick walk around that how you can do that. So you can, if you want to go to channels, and I'll just save it. And if I go to, let it save. If I go to channels and add Microsoft Teams, so if I click on the Microsoft team, it will ask me that, okay, you want to turn it on. So I just say turn on the Teams, and then it will ask me that you want to submit for an approval. So I would say yes, I want to submit for an approval. Yes, so I can change the color. So let me just change the color as something bit different. Yep, and then I just put the same thing and save it. And I will submit for an approval, submit for approval, and submit. Yes. Okay, so what will happen that I will goes into my admin center for the teams. So show all teams. So once you submit for as an approval, so the teams administrator goes into your teams, and then it will then approve the teams apps. So manage apps. So it will coming. It should show as a pending approvals. So what if I just goes and search with um what what was the name? Sorry. Um yep. So I'll just copy this one and search it. So search it, and then you just need to publish it, and then once it is published, so you can just goes on to your teams. Okay. Yeah, so you can goes on to your teams and then look for an app. Okay, so I'll just goes into one. I need to add over here as well. I think so. Yeah, I search for the, yeah, and then add over here, and then it's added over here. So you can put your own logo just to differentiate. And it just asks me, and it just present me this and this question and this greeting messages, which is quite good. All right. So now I will show you two or three more slides, and then I'll just my boy is around. He's holding the mobile. All right. So just all right. Let me just share. Let me just first stop the sharing, and then let me just share the presentation and share my screen again. Yep. Okay, so let's talk about the Wave 2 announcement, which is released in July 2021, the last month. So they are very interesting announcements in the Wave 2, and which will like more enrich the Power Virtual Agent. So right now you might have seen that okay, it's quite restrictive, but with these new announcement, you will find that it will become more rich, and it will be a it will. Uh, Till now, like as of now, it is a good application, but with these new announcement, it will be a brilliant one. The first one is like you can import and export the topic from your from your uh, power power platform solution. So what will happen right now that you need to export the whole bot from one place to another. But if you want to just update the updated topics, so you can import and export the topics. So that's a good thing that you don't require to import and export the whole thing. You just import and export the solution. You're keeping in mind that someone is developing the solution for you, and then you just import and export the topics within your Power Virtual Agent. The second bit is the adaptive card. So what I've shown you over as a bot framework composer, so it will be available within the Power Virtual Agent. So you don't require to go to the bot framework composer and create this adaptive card. So it will be available within the Power Virtual Agent. And the third bit is this that as I've shown you that the welcome message shown to the user. So the thing is the welcome message only shows into the team's Power Virtual Agent. It's not showing for the other channels. So if you want to show it to the other channels, so that update will be coming up in the October 2021. And then in the from the Jan 2022, you can see the different topics. So let's suppose that if you have updated the topic and if you want to go back to the topic, so you can go back to the topic and then you can publish the topic. As you can see into the, as you can do into the Power Apps, like you can go back and forth and then republish it, or go back to the previous version and then publish that version. So you can do that with the topics. The this Um, this one that you can use the connector directly into the topic, which is quite good. So right now, what you notice from this from my demo, that I've created a flow, and then I've called some SharePoint, and then look for that variable, look for that data, and then bring that data into the Power Virtual Agent. So with this new announcement, you can do the same thing into your Power Virtual Agent, and you can use the different topics. So just consider that you want to query the data into the SharePoint and from your CRM or from your database, so you can directly do it from your Power Virtual Agent. And then the last bit is that you can use the list of the variables, and then you can use that variables to your bot framework skills, and then the bot automates. Okay, so bot framework skill is different than bot framework composer. So bot framework skills give you that you can create the bot and use it as a kind of the composite solution, and that you can use that solution into your Power Virtual Agent. So let's suppose that you have created a whole purchasing solution as a bot. Okay, and if you want to use that solution in different places, so you can create it as a skill, and then you can use it within the Power Virtual Agent, and you can use it different and in the different bot as well. So by using those bot framework skill, you can use the you can pass the list of variables to that bot framework skill, and then the bot framework skill can return back the values to your Power Virtual Agent. So which is quite good. Um, just I'm not a licensing guy, and I'm pretty weak in in this whole licensing thing. But I would like to present two slides just to give you that the idea that how this licensing works. So this license is not for the teams. It's for the whole Power Virtual Agent. So it's not restricted. It's not restricted to the team. So considering that you have published this Power Virtual Agent onto your Facebook, onto your WhatsApp, or onto your website. So this is all about. So you can deploy it into the all channels. So the dot is like it's available, and then and then other other bits are the different information. So for 1 month in $1,000, so you can have the 2,000 sessions within 1 month. And within, if you create the flow from your Power Virtual Agent, so you can create as many as you wish, and then it will have the standard connector and will have the premium connectors, and then it can use the on-premises gateway data gateway, and then it can use the Dataverse as well. And then these are the Dataverse licensing capacity. The bit is like for the teams within the Office 365. Again, I'm repeating, Power Virtual Agent within the teams and within your Office 365. licensing. So so you can deploy the teams in so it is dot, so it is available. You cannot deploy these chatbots in all channels, and then it's unlimited, so you can create as many as you can have the as many session as you want. And then business process flow, you cannot do that, and you can use only the standard connectors. You cannot use the premium. You cannot use the premium connectors. I think you can purchase it on top of it, but as a bare minimum, as a bare bones, you cannot use it. And then if you have some licensing with the dataverse, so you can use the dataverse. So this is this is the one. Okay, so what I have learned through the Microsoft docs, that the session starts that when a single user ask a question, and then once that the whole sessions ended it, that if the bot answered the question properly, or if it is handed over to the live agent. So this is the whole cycle. I might be like wrong, or no, I might have not covered this session terminology as a whole, but this is my understanding, that this is the whole cycle. But again, if you can goes into the Microsoft docs and just evaluate the whole licensing. Again, this is my understanding. I might be wrong, because I don't cover the licensing. I'm not a licensing guy. So so like so that brings to the end of my session. Thank you all. Thanks, Daniel, for inviting me to this event and to this session. As I've mentioned, that I've followed this Adelaide user group for a long time, like for more than 10 years now. And they are like, Daniel is doing a fantastic job, and yeah, keep doing the good work.
No, not a problem at all. Thank you very much, Shakir. Before we wrap up, does anyone have any questions or queries around the Power Virtual Agents or the Bot Composer? I understand. I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of Power Virtual Agents pick up in Adelaide, but it's certainly on the growth.
Yep.
To be able to sort of interact with data and your different services. So it's certainly something to be certainly across a very powerful platform.
Yeah, it is. Yes, that's right.
Excellent. All right. Well, if there's no questions, what I'll do is I'll just share the last bit of my slides, and then we'll wrap up for this month.
Yep, sure.
So yes, yet again, thank you very much, Shakir, and everyone for joining the August 2021 meeting. It's greatly appreciated. Take time out of your busy day to come and learn about virtual agents and how we can interact with them and design them through the Bot Composer. And just special thanks to our speaker, Shakir, who kindly agreed to speak to this group this month. And we hope to have him back in 2022 as well. So thank you very much. Our next meeting is, once this clicks over, as previously said, Tuesday, the 21st of September, 2021. It will be another Teams webinar. Early bird registration is already up. I am starting to disseminate it as of today, where our next speaker is Ashish Paddy, and we'll be talking on Microsoft Viva, the concepts and practical businesses approach around Viva, and some of the insights and wins around it. You'll learn obviously about learnings versus connections versus topics versus insights, and how it can all sort of come together for yourselves. And that's it for this month's user group. If anyone has any questions or queries, please let me know. Just feel free to unmute your mics and ask them now. You can also reach out to Shakir on LinkedIn or his website, or on YouTube. Also, feel free to reach out to myself, and I can sort of guide you down that path as well. We do have various platforms where we're on. Facebook, LinkedIn are the two big main ones. And we also have a form suggestion, which is floating around somewhere. I don't have it handy, but look for it in the next newsletter. And thank you everyone for joining, and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you next month. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thanks a lot.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.